Hi Cancer, welcome to your weekly tarot reading with me, Raphael Ray from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining me. So, into both of these decks I would like to call in all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I hope that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see, this week Mercury goes direct, but it's currently stationary on the eclipse point. Have a look at the video that I posted alongside that, alongside all of these readings actually, and see what it says to you, and how you resonate with it, if it helps you in any way, shape or form understand some of the energies that will be happening over the next 3 days certainly. So the destiny of this week, Taurus. Okay, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, and it talks about spirituality, but it talks about the structured religion of spirituality. Interesting, because the spiritual community has been rocked by some of the things that have happened over the last week, and I'm not going to get into all of that because, to be honest with you, I don't feel like it concerns me. I know what I am and who I am and what I do, and that's important to me. That stuff and the speculation on it, it's nothing to do with me. In terms of you guys this week, so Cancer, this talks about the status quo. It talks about the structure, the religion. It talks about, it talks about the status quo. It talks about the establishment. Your destiny this week is to get comfortable with the establishment. It's to get comfortable with the rules and regulations around what it is that you do. It's to get comfortable with the way that things are, and it's about finding a way for society to fit you. Excuse me, not the other way round. This isn't about you conforming and losing your identity to the status quo so that you can fit in and be deemed worthy by society. It's not about that at all. It's about finding the happy medium so that you can allow society to be acceptable for you. This is about how you can make the rules and regulations and the establishment work for you. It's about finding a way that you can insert your unique thread into the tapestry that already is in the external world. And I'm not talking about just necessarily physical manifest reality. I'm talking about, how to bring your creativity with you into the work that you do, especially for those of you that do things that, that are like the hard professions like law and all of that stuff. Anything that's linear, that's structured, that is very Saturnine, I guess, even though Taurus is ruled by Venus. This for me actually says that it's more about you finding a way to allow your creativity to come forward. As Cancerians, you have a very rich inner world. How can you get your unique creative self to fit and to excel within your personal sphere, where you have to interact with other bodies that are bigger and greater powers than yourself, certainly in a professional or an academic sense. This is finding a way not to fit in, but finding a way for you to insert yourself where you are being true to who you are. This card also represents initiation sometimes, and very much this week, be on the alert for what feels like a test, because the chances are it will feel like one. And if it feels like a test, if it looks like and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So I say to you this week, if you feel like you're being tested, certainly by the higher ups in work or the establishment that you work in or study in, you probably are. So, put your best foot forward, but be uniquely yourself. That's the most important part. Okay, the direction that this will take, or the best way for you to achieve this week, looks like... Oh, beautiful. Look, this says that you will be successful in your endeavour. The Six of Wands talks about victory. It talks about celebration. It talks about you being celebrated for who you are. For those of you that have taken exams, for those of you that are, hoping to get into specific schools, for those of you that are hoping after the job interview that you've had where you thought, oh, maybe I was a bit too much myself, or maybe I was a bit too honest. Actually, you're about to be celebrated for that this week. You're going to have the moment where people come forward and say, you know what, we like you, but we like you for who you are. Keep doing that. Keep being that person, because that's where your success lies. And more importantly, that's why we've chosen you. That's why we've accepted you for that. So for all of you in some way, shape or form, there will be an acceptance this week of who you are and how you can bring your uniqueness to what it is that you do. And that's a really, really good space to be in. It's a really powerful space to be in, because it means you're being yourself. And it's so easy to do that. When you give way to it and really, really do it and really be your authentic self, that is the easiest thing in the absolute world. And for this week, you're going to be celebrated for that. Amazing. I hope this resonates with you, and I hope it brings you something good for the rest of the week. Don't forget to check out the Mercury Madness video that I've just posted alongside these weekly readings. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so on the links below, or you can donate to the channel. We would be forever grateful for it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Again, I would be eternally grateful for that. To the new subbies, it's amazing to have you. To the continued subbies, you have my heart as always, and I love you for it. And for those of you that are just passing through, I hope that you find something that resonates for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.